Hi, I'm JAAPH, Expressionist Painter from the Netherlands. Welcome to my studio, or welcome back to my studio. Today I would like to talk to you about an artist community that I am member of called XP20, which stands for Expressionist in the 20s of this century. And this is the XP20 logo that we use to stencil on our communal XP20 works. So this is all I'm showing today, and of course there's this. Here you actually see a communal work that I'm going to take down, roll up, and send to the next artist who's going to work on it. It's with these communities, people come, people go. We've had some very nice artists from Morocco and France that sort of evaporated from our community. And as a matter of fact, this has always been the case. In the 20s of the last century, the 1920s, there were several expressionist painter groups, communities, some of them, interacting very, very closely together. One of the most famous ones was Die Brücke, which was inspired to a large extent by a German artist called Kirchner, who died in, I think, 1938. But there was also, around the same time in Germany, Der Blaue Reiter, in which Kandinsky was very important. And here in the Netherlands we had De Ploeg, the Plough, which was a group of artists in Groningen who were very highly influenced by Kirchner, whom they met sort of accidentally through a medical procedure. And then, of course, in the 50s, we had the famous Cobra group, in which Karel Appel was a very important, prominent artist. And in the 80s, we had the Neue Wilde, the new wild guys in Germany, basically expressionist because they were even painting again. Well, to make a long story as short as I can say that, it's important for an artist to be in a community of like-minded colleagues, basically. And when I started painting, I didn't have that. So that's why I founded XP20. And right from the beginning, I understood that it probably would have to be online. At least we would have to start online. So here you see a painting that we call a communal painting, which means that several artists work on the same painting, and while they live in different countries, the painting gets rolled up and sent by snail mail to the next artist. So this part here was made by Stas, and to that I added these clouds and this face over here. What I will do, I will take off this canvas from the frame, roll it up and send it by snail mail to a guy called Alexander in Russia, and he will finish it. He will, probably use this area here, maybe cross into our areas a bit. He has lots of space that he can still do things, and then it will be finished and we will sign it an XP20 work. You know these movies where they are unboxing a technical piece of equipment, and now this is like the art type of unboxing. So here we have the package, and it's actually an interesting object by itself. So this is the first time that Stas has started work. So, oh, this is very nice. Again, very sort of, primitive, expressionist, but all the Lyashenko themes are recognizable. There's the bones, the skulls. Stas started here, and I was continuing it here. So yesterday I added these blue clouds, and Stas already put this, these figures and these animals and these plants in. I made a sketch of something that sort of appeared automatically for me in the background, and I, transformed it into two sort of, murals or paintings behind this brown figure here. These paintings are always very interesting because they have such different approaches combined. And for me it's always a special challenge because there's already something there. This is typical Lyashenko, very nice. It's very symbolic. It's got these animals here. You can sort of see their bones, and these are like, primordial plants. There's a hole in reality basically here that somebody's actually talking through. But in terms of style, it's very flat. There's a little bit of shadow on this cactus here, let me call it a cactus, and B, it has these white lines. So in my part, I will have to relate to that somehow. I will have to decide, am I going to do white lines too? Probably, because how am I going to fit my part to Stas's part, and the next person, the next XP20 member who follows me, how are they going to relate to the two parts that are on the canvas already? It feels like the work is a little bit in the ditch, like Neil Young says about Alabama. You've got one wheel in the ditch and one wheel on the track. This is too light. I still have to restructure the clouds somehow. Still have to sort of link this piece a little bit more to this piece. But something is happening. I send a picture to Stas and he likes it, so that's good. I got sidetracked a little by a little paperwork that sort of really caught my attention, and that sort of took my attention away from this one. But now I'm back to this work. I don't know what to call it yet, but okay. As soon as I put in the eyes, suddenly this person woke up and he looked sort of, sad, doubtful, stuff like that. So I wanted to make it more aggressive. So I had lots of, work to sort of get the shape in the head. And the last thing I did was make it more aggressive. So I have the heavy brows, the frown here, the sort of the snarling lip. I think I can still make it a little bit more aggressive, and I will do that. And also here I'm going to darken this up a little bit, lighten this up a little bit so to get more of the round effect. But other than that, this is pretty much finished.